Hello and welcome to Westiesworkshop. So today I'm just putting together this video to sort of release my new section, the course support. Now, as with a lot of things on this website at the moment, it's fairly new. Everything's in the beta phase, so there's going to be a lot of glitches and bugs, and it's very much not finished and won't be for a while, but it's ready to be sort of put out there to help support, especially now that everyone's working from home, students and teachers when it comes to planning lessons, or if students want to get a little bit of independent practice from home. Okay, I want to stress that the website is still sort of a reference-only site. It's not like Dr. Frost where you can enter solutions straight away and get immediate feedback, but it's starting to incorporate more of those ideas, and I'll sort of show you what I mean as I go into the course support section. Okay, one of the issues at the moment out there is that every website has its own and only its own resources. So the purpose of this is to bring the best of everything together for teachers and students to use. So without saying any further, I'm going to click on the course support button here. Now, as with the past paper resources, we have various sections depending on your qualification. Things in orange are still being constructed, the things in red haven't even started, and the things in blue are finished. So I'm going to start off by clicking on some A2 Pure. Okay, and you can see I've done about half the course at the moment. Another option is either from the course support or from the home screen. If you hover over course support, you can see which areas I've created so far. And take those links straight to that. So I think I'm going to have a quick look at integration. Okay, so notice how I haven't structured it exactly the way that the Edexcel textbook structures it. I think there's a slightly better order out there. So I've done it in the way that I would go about teaching it, but it is largely following the Edexcel textbook. Okay, so if I click on this, what we have is the opportunity to watch a video which was put together by Haberdasher Adams' maths department, who used Owen 134866's slides for you to watch. Okay, if you want.
Hello there, and welcome to the suit.
And this will take you through the slides of this section in the textbook, and it actually often uses the exact examples within the textbook, as well as some questions from that exercise as well. And if you want to download those slides, you can click on this button here and it will download those slides for that section. I also like to give a handout to my pupils when either they're watching the video to make notes themselves, or if I'm going through it in lessons, and you can click that here and it will download the PDF with blank spaces in for the pupils to get work, or the Word document if you want to edit it, take questions out, add more space in for working, however you want to do it. I've also got a section for Dr. Frost resources. So sometimes there aren't any videos there, but Bison Maths has happily allowed me to embed his videos as well, which are live lessons. So if you're not a huge fan of this sort of vodcast or whatever you call it, these are live lessons with human interactions. So this is another way of sort of viewing it. Again, Dr. Frost follows the Edexcel textbook largely, so the examples are going to be very similar, but it's a different form of approach. And King's Chester Maths have put together, in a similar way to how I've done it, their own booklet for each section as well, for their students to fill in, and they've again allowed me to share these resources here. Everything that is on the Dr. Frost site will take you to Dr. Frost, so if you wanted to download the Dr. Frost slides, I've got a reference to which slides are relevant to this section, and you will need to download it from the site itself. But one thing I have done to add a level of question setting within this is I've made an exercise using Dr. Frost for every section. Okay, so if we click on this, you can see there's a bunch of questions, and pupils can have a go at these questions themselves if they go into practice mode, or if you're a teacher, you can set it to students yourself. Okay. So this is the Dr. Frost section. There's also some key skills at the bottom. Often, so let's try and find a section with, actually I don't actually think there are any in integration. Let's have a look at another topic and I'll show you what I mean. So let's go into radians, for example. If I go in converting between degrees and radians, you can see I've got the same structure for all of these things, live lessons, and this time I've got a section for key skills. So this will take you to the preview key skills section, and you can click this button to practice various questions, or if you want to have a go at it as you would on Dr. Frost, this other link here will take you to the section where you select which key skill it is. And I've put the numbers up here, although these do often change as Dr. Frost is building this section at the moment. A huge shout out to Dr. Frost, who's been supportive of me adding links into his website and the amazing work he's done throughout, not just lockdown, but before then, to support teachers and students. Okay, and then just at the bottom, I've got some other videos again. So Maths Genie has again allowed me to share his videos on this site. And a lot of my students I teach are big fans of his videos. So this is another approach. If you like another option to the material, and then I've got any other sort of activities I like to use or have found on the internet which could be used. This is where it's quite similar to Resourceaholic, but just broken down a little bit more for use of teachers or students. And Beric Maths has again allowed me to embed his PowerPoints as diagnostic questions. Here there's sort of multiple choice type things for students or teachers to use in lessons or in individual practice. Okay, and as I said, this is for every individual section of the textbook. And if you wanted to download all of those notes or the whole slides as one, then I've got links at the top here in the whole topic notes section. But I've also got links at the bottom to my past paper section, as well as any whole topic worksheets or activities. Okay. So I think that's about it for A-level maths. One thing I will show you is so the diagnostic questions that Beric Maths has put together are really nice, and I'm slowly going to try and convert them into Kahoots. So if you click on the Kahoot section next to it, it should take you to one where you've got these multiple choice questions ready to go, and you can play a game with your class. Okay. Alternatively, if you click on this button at the bottom after a whole chapter has been covered, as I said, this will take you to the Westiesworkshop organised past paper section, and I've got a separate video talking about the past paper section, but you can use this to practice these materials. But now the past paper section also has a link to the course support. So if you're working your way through past paper questions and you're not sure how to do one, you can click on this and get immediate support on those particular topics. Okay. Now the course support section is slightly different for GCSE because it's, I guess, less structured. I've grouped GCSE and IGCSE together, and what I'll do when I come across topics which are either just in the IGCSE or just in the GCSE, I'll put a little asterisk next to those topics to indicate that it's not for everyone. If we have a look at one of these sections, okay, let's have a look at simplifying basic expressions. We don't have the standard notes and videos anymore. Instead, I've got a main sort of just straight in with activities and resources and worksheets. I've got another Dr. Frost section, although this particular skill doesn't have that much from Dr. Frost, and then any extension materials I find. So as I said, I'm still building this, so it's in its infancy at the moment, but I'm hoping this will get more and more supportive as time goes on. So this Dr. Frost section is a bit more, a bit larger, I guess, as it's a slightly bigger topic. Okay. There's also, in some subtopics, links to online platforms, so Maths Made Easy, Maths with Mums, where there's videos and questions to do on these websites, things like Khan Academy as well. Really, really useful. And every now and again, I've got some extension materials, so where it goes a little bit beyond this. So this is collecting like terms. I found this really lovely worksheet from variation theory from Mr. Barton Maths, and I'll just show you what this is and why I've included it in this particular section. So you've got your basic collecting like terms, but then there's a sort of curveball here, which I thought these are quite nice questions to extend pupils beyond. And anything like that I find I'll put in the extension materials section. Again, any videos I like, I'll sort of upload. If you see one of your videos up here and you want me to remove it, do let me know. I haven't asked permission for all videos, but as they are on YouTube, they are freely available. I don't want to share material that people aren't happy with me sharing though. So if you want me to remove something, I will. Okay. A big thank you to everyone who has given me permission to do this. I will be putting a Westiesworkshop Hall of Fame or Westiesworkshop Heroes, I haven't decided what I'm going to call it yet, for all those people who have shared their resources with me and allowed me to post on this website. I hope you find this video helpful, and even more so, I hope you find this website helpful for supporting students who want to extend their understanding, or teachers who are looking for those topics to support their teaching. And hopefully it gives a little bit more structure than some grouped websites out there, but also a little bit more variety than those websites out there that only have their own material. Okay.